You may not know it, but you're probably making mistakes when you ask questions. So in this video, let's review the simplest way to form questions and look at how auxiliary verbs are really important. If you want to improve your English, then keep watching until the end of this video, because I've got a great offer on Patreon where you can get a worksheet related to this video and loads of other help learning English. Students often ask me questions like, "Teacher, what means this word?" But this question is wrong. Can you see what's wrong with it? It's a very common mistake, but the student should have said, "Teacher, what does this word mean?" So the student has not used the auxiliary verb does. If you've watched the last few videos, you'll know how important auxiliary verbs are when forming tenses. If you haven't watched them, then what are you doing? Make sure you subscribe now and you can watch them later. So auxiliary verbs are very important, especially with questions, because we change the order of the auxiliary verb and the subject. This is one of the ways we know it's a question. There are other types of questions using words like what, where and when, and we'll look more at these in the next video. But what we're learning about here is auxiliary verbs and how they work with questions. So let's make sure we all understand what an auxiliary verb is. In the sentence, "She is reading a book," the word is, which is a form of the verb to be, is the auxiliary verb. She is the subject, reading is the main verb, and a book is the object. This sentence is in the present continuous tense, and we know this not just because it has the ing form of the main verb, but because the auxiliary verb is to be. So to make this a question, we put the auxiliary verb before the subject. Is she reading a book? When we ask a question like this, starting with an auxiliary verb, it can always be answered with a yes or a no. Let's look at a couple more examples. They have been to New York. As a question, that would be, have they been to New York? The auxiliary verb is have, which means it's the perfect tense. They were working when I called. As a question, that would be, were they working when I called? Here, the auxiliary verb is were, which is the past form of be, so we know the tense is continuous again, but this time it's past continuous. You walk to work every day. This one is a little bit different. You might have noticed that there is no auxiliary verb in this sentence. This is because the tense is present simple. And with the simple tenses, the auxiliary verb is do. But because we use them a lot, we don't need to say the auxiliary verb all the time when the sentence is positive. But we do need it to make negative sentences and questions. So as a question, this would be, do you walk to work every day? So this is the most basic way of making a question. There are other ways to form questions, and we will look at those in future lessons. But this way about using the auxiliary verb before the subject is very important because it applies to other types of questions too. If you want more help improving your English, then head on over to patreon.com/learnenglish, or you can use the card in the corner or the link in the description. And there you'll find a PDF worksheet for this lesson which you can download, and another video which goes with that worksheet. There's also loads of other videos and worksheets relating to other lessons. You can also book classes with me and make requests for videos where I'll answer your questions. And right now you can be one of the first people to join Patreon, which means you'll get all the learner benefits for just £2 a month. But be quick, because this price will be going up. But if you join now, you'll lock that price in permanently. So even when everyone else has to pay more, you'll still get that bargain price as a thank you for helping me get things started. This really is an amazing offer, because there's going to be so much value there. So tell your friends, and I look forward to meeting you soon.